Welcome, dear student, for the discussion on lab activities for wildlife management. And this discussion basically the lab activities regarding to uh, wildlife sciences. And under this discussion, we will discuss about different methods for different type of science survey and different type of techniques used for census of different type of animals. Basically, here uh, in further more slides, we have more discussion on specific, especially for the tiger population. So we move forward for this discussion. And the contents under this discussion are taken from a workshop on wildlife monitoring, community outreach and awareness that was conducted by WWF India and the Wildlife Preservation Society, Dehradun. And this was held on the year of 2020 during the month of March under the highlight topic on wildlife monitoring. Now, under this wildlife monitoring, first basic thing regarding to survey and different type of uh, sign methods. First, we have to learn about index data. Now, what is the index data? You can see in the slide with the help of following figure. Index data beats in place of breeds as a practical solution for systematic sampling. Now, under this systematic sampling, basically on the basis of different indices, those indices include basically two phases, phase 1 and phase 2. Under phase 1, through index data, we can observe the carnivorous sign index, ungulate abundance index, human disturbance index and habitat indices. And under phase 2, that is remotely sensed, we generally assess about human footprints indices as well as habitat indices and landscape indices. And apart from this, we have also absolute abundance analysis, which deals with phase 3 of systematic sampling. And this phase includes basically camera traps, mark recaptures, especially for tigers. And second one component of phase third is distance sampling for ungulates. Okay, we will move forward now to next slide. Now, here concept on tiger monitoring. First one we know about what is tiger monitoring exercise. It is an exercise carried out to generate information on population sizes, means abundance of tiger population and the density of tiger in given space and time. Furthermore, some key questions that tiger monitoring exercise aim to address, these are we we are generally go for tiger monitoring for knowing about how many tiger are there and where are they. Second, is there any change in tiger number over the years? And third one, what are factors that affect tiger population? Move to next slide. Now, what are key components of any tiger monitoring exercise? We can see here basically four key component here. You can see in this slide. First one we have sign survey. Second, line transit, that will be mostly used for estimation of the population. Then third one, we have vegetation plots for habitat and human disturbance assessment, and then camera trapping, that is estimation of tiger population and abundance. Now important thing is here that whenever we are going for assessing any type of wild animal, then we also include the assessing of vegetation, as all the vegetation in form of any type of forest or any type of other landscapes which are generally works as the habitat of different type of wild animals. Okay, so we also need to assess the vegetation type of that area where we are going to assess the science survey of any wild population. Next, next slide. Now, first one we have science survey. That is the most important key factor. Now, it is survey where intensive search is made looking for indirect evidences. That is basically very important for the assessing the wildlife monitoring, especially for tiger population or tiger census. Here, furthermore, we can see here direct sighting is also to be considered. Now, here are some key points also under science survey. Now, science survey basically used for also some other species, such as some are elusive species but visible signs. Then intensive search, then search in most likely areas in each beat of any forest, then 3 to 5 searches each of 4 to 6 kilometers. As wild animals are generally in always movable condition, so we need to repeat it again about 3 to 5 times. Then next one, you have the important to record distances covered in each search, means that should be also be noted in each science survey recording, the recorded distance in any type of forest area or forest beat. Then same cluster or beats identified for camera trap sampling. Move forward to next slide. Now, signs of which animals should be searched. We can also go for signs other animals, uh, including tiger also, as we also must or we also should go for some science survey for the prey animals of that predatory species, right? Here are some examples. First one, sign of mega herbivorous that should also be made, such as wild elephants, rhinoceros, boar, or if other any. Then sign of carnivorous should be made, such as tigers, leopard, sloth bear, wild dog, jackal, or lesser cats. Then under science survey, what to look for? We can see here, we can look for pug marks of tiger or any wild animal, scraps on bark of trees, then reek marking, scent marking of the tiger or some other animal, scats. Okay, and we can find different type of scats in any forest. Means here different stages, such as old type of scat. We can visible easily and identify it in condition dry with hair and bones. Okay, that is considered as old scat. Then we can also find fresh scat that may be found in form of dry but intact with shiny surface. Then very fresh, there may be very fresh scat of tiger that may be in form of soft, moist and smelly. Okay, and beside this, if some direct sighting, if any in that area, we have to note down or capture that. Now, how do difference between tiger and leopard sign? You can see here in figure, there are two different pug marks in these figures, and below this figure, we can see the drawing of tiger pug marks and leopard pug marks. You can view and you can differentiate with the help of these figures. Furthermore, scrapes and raking marking uh, less than 3.5 inches wide be considered as that of tiger and more than 3.5 inches that of leopard. Here are some birthmark sign of some wild animals. You can see here first one for hyena, second one for wild dog, third one for jackal, and last one for short beard with their measurements. Now, during sign survey of mega herbivores, what we look for their hoof tracks, their dung, and the direct sightings of these mega herbivores.